Hello and welcome everybody to another Secrets of Strixhaven draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 597. We are coming off the heels of a really sweet draft deck where we got to get together as one, and we almost derailed the draft by picking up Professor Delian Fell on the double splash in the last pack. But you know what? It all worked out. We got a nice little trophy. Why don't we get another trophy in this video? Now, before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Magic the Gathering sealed product, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, go to HeavyPlay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you are on the lookout for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, everything you need to make sure you're fully ready to go for your next tabletop gaming experience, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. They're also basically every Magic the Gathering convention, so if you swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you, you'll get 10% off in person as well. Alrighty. Ooh, what is Akroma's Will? Choose one. If you control Commander, you may choose both. Creatures you control get Flying, Vigilance, and Double Strike until end of turn. Creatures you control get Lifelink, Indestructible, and Protection. So it's a good combat trick, or it's like an overrun. That seems awesome. There's Applied Geometry, which is, of course, very good. And then End of the Hunt, which I think is a lot worse. So I think it's between these two cards. I mean, we have been playing a lot of Soup. I want to give myself... And I'm going to pass this, so pack 2 maybe is going to be really good for us. But I want to give myself an excuse to draft an aggressive deck. Holy smokes, who the hell passes Arc of... what? Okay, somebody passed Arc of Hunger, so that means this was a double rare pack. I mean, to be fair, I did just pass Applied Geometry, which is considerably worse than Arc of Hunger. But, I mean, obviously we're going to take this. It's one of the best rares in the entire set. And, alright. Red, white, aggro, maybe? We'll take Rubble Rouser here. We'll just kind of lock in here for the most part. Rubble Rouser, of course, also very good with Arc of Hunger. And the rest of the pack's actually really bad. Like a land and a planar engineering as cards that I guess I would take. All right. Well, hopefully, the hope here is that we continue seeing cards in these colors. Now, not seeing any of the cheap creatures here, I think I'm just going to take a red-white land here. There is a world where maybe I do end up playing a more soupy controlling deck where I have to splash for Arc of Hunger, maybe not play the Akroma's Will. And if in that world, I want to take the Fields of Strife. Transcendent Archaic is also a totally fine card, but you know, I still don't know if I'm going to be soup or just 2 colors. And if I'm just 2 colors, of course, the Fields of Strife is a much better pick here. But of course, if I want to fully maximize on Akroma's Will, like any 2-mana dork, I will be happy playing. That doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to take them super duper highly, but like, you know, Expressive Fire Dancer, the 2/2 Lifelinker, come on down. All right, pack 1, pick 5. Well, I mean, I got past the Arc of Hunger, and then now, like, I'm just not seeing Lorehold stuff. I guess I'll just take Great Hall of the Biblioplex. Can never really go wrong with this card. It's just a solid land that you're always going to play. All right, pack 1, pick 6. There is a Mana Sculpt. That is a pretty late Mana Sculpt. Huh. There's also Living History, which of course can be quite nice in a red-white deck. I think I'm going to take the Living History. Like, I mean, this might be more of a sign that like blue is open because Mana Sculpt is counter magic is very good in this format. But given our start, this works really well with both the Rubble Rouser and Arc of Hunger. It's a 2-drop, just kind of does everything that I want. Let's go ahead and take the Living History here. All right, well, we'll take Prismari Charm. I mean, I suppose Prismari is open here. So we'll take this, and if I continue seeing blue cards, I'll move in that direction, I guess. I guess I could have had a Mana Sculpt. Here, there's Muse's Encouragement and Homesickness. I'll take Homesickness, I suppose. I don't want to draft this. I want to draft this. I mean, I just can't pivot to Witherbloom this late. Diary of Dreams versus Page Looseleaf, and then there's a Wander Off here as well. Doesn't really look like a great Diary of Dreams deck. I'll just take a Wander off in case I look to splash a removal spell. There's a Procrastinate and an Adventurous Eater. Guess I'll take a Procrastinate. Wow, okay. I mean, I know Witherbloom is open. That's because nobody ever wants to be Witherbloom because it's not particularly strong. But yeah, this was a disaster pack, honestly. There are just a million Lorehold drafters to my right. So I'm actually kind of surprised that I saw the late living hit. Like, I didn't see a single white card that I want for my deck. So given that, I think the best course of action here is to be like a blue-red deck with a white splash. I mean, I can still splash the Akroma's Will if I need. Pack 2, pick 1. I'm not a huge fan of Muse Seeker. I don't think I want to take that. I'm going to take Garrison Excavator. Like, I still have Rubble Rouser, right? And I still have this Arc of Hunger. Like, there's a world where, I mean, and if I still somehow end up in red-white, like, obviously it'll be great. Whereas the Spirit Mascot, like, this can be fine in a blue-red deck. This is just unplayable in a blue-red deck. So let's go ahead and take the Excavator here. I mean, like, let's say I draft a more tempo-aggressive blue-red deck with a little bit of a splash. I mean, I can totally see that also being a thing. Like, that's where, like, a card like Encouraging Aviator also gets a little bit better. And the Great Hull of the Biblioplex helps me splash the Akroma's Will. All right, pack 2, pick 2. Lots of options. There's Impractical Joke. There is Molten Note, Deduce, and Inkshape Demonstrator. The safest pick here is just to take Impractical Joke. It might also just be the best card. I mean, well, actually, Molten Note is also really, really good. I'm actually going to take Molten Note. I just think it's enough better here. Like, there's just no world where I don't play the Arc of Hunger, right? So, like, if I'm going to take it, like, might as well just take the more powerful the more powerful card with more upside. Here we'll take Artistic Process, solid removal spell, / top end threat if you need. It's not a great top end threat, but it's very flexible card. Conciliator's Duelist and a Lecturing Scorn Mage, huh? We'll take a Living History here. All right, pack 2, pick 5. I mean, certainly seeing our fair share of the white cards here now. There's another Great Hull of the Biblioplex, which helps with fixing, although it doesn't help me cast my creatures. Like, I feel like 1 is a good number. I can take Demonstrator or Wilt in the Heat or Johnny's Response. I don't really want to take Elemental Mascot. Guess we'll just take more removal. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Pack 2, pick 6. Yeah. All right. We have Essence Scatter versus Seize the Spoils here. I think this is more of a Seize the Spoils deck, just to help me find, like, help me with the splash and help me find what I need. Pack 2, pick 7, Deflecting Palm. There's a Muse Seeker. I guess I'll just take a Muse Seeker here. All right, we are very likely to be like a blue-red. I have way too many spells. I guess this is technically can be a creature. You know, I always see Silver Quill cards late, even though Silver Quill is pretty good. Maybe I should just go into a draft trying to be Silver Quill. I don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's just like everybody fights over the Jeskai colors, right? Because those are the best things to be doing. And so, like, it's just hard to, like, even put together something reasonable here. Spirit Mascot tabled, though? I guess we take it? I mean, did people give up on it? Deduce Inkshape Demonstrator? Render Speech? Okay. All right, maybe I just go back to red-white. Okay. We're a little bit light on playables here, but given that this tabled, there is a world... Wow. There is a world where some people decided to move off of this. And so we're maybe like, if we stay stubborn, we can maybe end up actually getting a good pack 3. I mean, that's the only way this draft gets saved. A Johnny's response with 2 cards left. Like, that's unusual, right? Okay. Maybe. Pursue the Past, Molten Note, and Group Project here. Also Arcane Omens. God, all these cards are really good. I don't know what to take. 1, 2, 3. We actually don't have like a million removal spells. I mean, I do like Group Project, but Molten Note is just so good. I mean, so is Pursue the Past, though, but I'm going to take the Molten Note. I'm not sure. Do you guys like Molten Note or Pursue the Past there? Here, I'm definitely taking a creature. It's either Group Project or Elite Interceptor. I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not going to have enough creatures for the flashback on this. I'm going to take the more consistent card in the Elite Interceptor here. Alright, seeing a bunch of blue-red cards here, sure. For me, it's like, do I want a 2-drop here in the Mage Tower Referee? Or do I want the Eager Glyph Mage? I'm going to go with the 2-drop here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 multicolored cards. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to, when in doubt, take the... Let's take the 2-drop for curve purposes. Alright. Spirit Mascot. Yeah, I mean, we are certainly seeing a lot more, like, Lorehold cards in this pack, so... That's a good sign. Late Expressive Iteration. I mean, I have no idea what the person to my right is on. Render Speechless. I mean, there's a Stand Up For Yourself, which I'm probably taking. Eager Glyph Mage is also great. But let's just take the good removal and move on. What is happening? Look at all these green cards and, like, holy smokes. Guess I'll take Duty Beyond Death. Alright, we'll take another Spirit Mascot. Silver Quill. Like, nobody's in Silver Quill for sure. Well, I mean, the Mage Tower Referee certainly looking a little bit better. Would have loved, like, another copy of Rebel Rouser. But at least we have, like, 6 2-drops. 11 creatures. I mean, our removal is alright. We're definitely short playables, but like we at least have something here. Do you think any of the Group Projects or Pursue the Past tables? Because if it does, we'll obviously be in much better shape here. Oh, yes. 9th pick Group Project. Very happy about that. I think that's the only thing we're going to table here, though. Yeah. I would love an Eager Glyph Mage. I'll definitely take a late Eager Glyph Mage. But I don't think we're going to see it. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so Seize the Spoils needs to make it in. We need to play like 3 more cards out of our sideboard. Wow. Alright, well, let's play this. It's a creature. Is it a good creature? No. Is it a creature? Yes. Alright, well, I don't really have any other choice. Maybe I'll play Ancestral Anger over Duty Beyond Death. These at least cycle. Alright. Well, at least there wasn't a whole lot of thought for how we build a stack. Extremely contested Lorehold aggro, but with 2 busted red-white cards. Can it get it done? We'll see. Alright, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon. Lots of good benefits depending on the tier that you choose to join. Patreon.com/paulcheon. Check it out. Alright, not going to go too crazy with the intro there as our match started. Turn 1 Elite Interceptor. Oh, wow. Living History off the top. Great. We certainly need more lands here. Gonna play the Living History here and then, like, you know, play the Rejoinder and draw some cards. Let's think here. Sure. Go take all your extra damage. I'm gonna just attack for 2 because I have Wilt into Heat available. So if they play like a creature, I can just cast Wilt into Heat. Okay, my opponent just has Stone Nothing. Alright, we'll just play another Living History, and then we have a Johnny's Response available. The attack. How do you have 6 cards in your hand in your Silver Quill deck? You haven't played a removal spell or a creature. Like, I am genuinely concerned here. I think they just have like a bunch of removal and they don't want to use it on my tokens. That is my guess. Alright, boom. Five cards in hand for the opponent. Informed Inkwright. Were they just waiting? Alright, there are 2. Inkling Mascot, okay. What the hell was that hand? Was it just all lands? I mean, they played all good cards, but yeah, I have no idea. I guess they were just obscenely flooded. Alright, well, whatever. We'll take it. We'll take it. 1-0. Let's just beat people that 7-0. Just clean. Beat downs. Alright, opponent on the play here. I have the best card in my hand. Never mulliganing this. We're a 2-color deck. I know I have 2 planes, but we'll find mountains or whatever. Or at least we can hope. I'm on the draw. Kirol is the play from the opponent. Kill it. Give me a land. Well met, Arena Shuffler. Well met. I knew I could count on you. Just wonderful. Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. I don't even know what to kill. They're both, like, ridiculously powerful. Like, they can flashback Tome Blast, so... But if they play a land, they can just make a pair of things. Yeah, this is just... I mean, this is just too much to handle. I mean, I'll draw for a turn, but... yeah, like... Obviously, our hand was totally fine. You know, if we could have got... There's a lot of ifs. If we could have gotten a lot of things going, but that's not the world we live in now, and we lose the game. Oh well. We're speedrunning. Wins and our losses, okay? I still keep that hand every day, right? On the draw, 2 lands, best card in our deck, and we have a 2-mana play as well. All right, opponent on the play. Ooh, we drew the Great Hall of the Biblioplex and 2... I drew the Akroma's Will, though. Alright, this one is a worse keep, probably. Because I don't actually have a 2-drop. Let's draw Mountain. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Yeah, I'm going to fire this off now. Because I do have the 1-drop. Nope. Ay, ay, ay. I wonder if they have a dig site inventory. They're looking at their spirit mascot. Burst lightning? Oh my gosh! Well, didn't see that one coming. I guess we'll play this thing? My opponent just literally played 4 damage of burn to go to my face. I better not lose this game. Like, they literally were like, you know what? I'm playing against another red-white deck. I'm going to choose to discard 2 spells that are likely going to kill a lot of your creatures. I mean, this tells me their hand is just all removal, most likely. Who knows? Who knows? Yep. Okay. This is really interesting. The question is, do I think my opponent is going to flashback pursue the past next turn? It just makes a lot of sense to me. Alright. They played a land? I just feel like if I played a tap land, I can still cast Stand Up For Yourself, you know? I guess the heads up... I mean, they would have to read me for exactly Stand Up For Yourself here to, like, not cast a card out of their graveyard. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I mean, certainly the burn my face strategy makes a lot more sense now. Oh, they said pursue the past? Sure. Practice Scrollsmith. That's a really good card to draw. They have a tome thing. I'm at 11. Now let's play this. Three cards in hand. I mean, their deck looks great. The only good card so far. Tome Blast, Burst Lightning, Abrade, Spirit Mascot, Pursue the Past, Group Project. As long as they don't kill Inkshape Demonstrator. Join Researchers, and oh, make a thing. Sure. Alright. Gotta think here. Excuse me. The issue with... I mean, they do have Tome Blast. I guess I'll still play it. I'm hoping they get, like, overly aggressive here and, like, Tome Blast my Spirit Mascot and attack with everything, and hope that I just don't have, like, you know, hope that I just don't have, like, a spell here. Wow. Block here. They have to play their land if they want to Tome Blast my Demonstrator. So, maybe they don't have the land? And if they play their land, then their Pursue the Past gets worse. Shattered Acolyte. Okay. Are they going to make us both draw 3 cards? That seems like you're playing with fire, especially when I have an Inkscape demonstrator in my hand, you know? All right, how do I want to do this? All right, we'll do it like this. So 6, 12, wait, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 20 damage, but my opponent's at 12. How does reportation? Whenever you cast it, the targets. This doesn't target. Okay. So they do have a Tome Blast, which they can use to kill my 2/2 and then just like get me for 4. No, okay. They have Blazing Fire Singer, and then they can Seething Song and still Tome Blast, which is not bad. And then kill my 2/2, hit me for 4? Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Any way to target with my Inkscape demonstrator would be really nice. We drew Rubble Rouser. But of course, I'm not really interested in discarding anything. They have 3 cards, Pursue the Past. I also have Great Hall of the Biblioplex, which I'm really interested in turning on as well. Because if I did that, this would be 3 damage. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be 22 damage. So why don't we just do that? Just pass. Keep up our good blockers, and this makes a 4th blocker. Okay. They're on 2 fresh cards. This is going to be a close one. Also, by not playing the Rubble Rouser, like, I can then cycle away a land if I do find one, right? I bet my opponent's wishing they didn't just fire off random burst lightning at my face. Alright, so now we get to go Rubble Rouser. Discard. Garrison Excavator. That's a nice one too. No good attacks. That's a really good card. What are they getting back? Spirit Mascot, yep. Lets them draw a card as well. Alright, so we have Garrison Excavator. I guess I should play the land. That way I can keep up Akroma's Will if I absolutely need. And then we'll just pass. I think I'm like super close to lethal here. So like end of turn, I hit my opponent for 1 with Rubble Rouser. And then I make a 2/2, right? And then, I mean, I'm assuming that's going to be enough. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 32 damage. They all fly and have double strike. Now, my preference is my opponent just like completely taps out here. Now, here's the question. What if they kill the Excavator? I still have 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this gets pumped as well. Right, and this gets pumped as well. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That would be 30 damage, because I would have 15 power even if the Excavator dies. Dig side inventory, okay. All right. I just don't think going to 5 changes anything. Oh, come on, Akroma's Will. They have 1 card in hand, right? Like, this has got to be good enough. Again, so, okay, so now let's say they kill my biggest creature, which is the Spirit Mascot. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 28 damage. Oh my gosh, to get Vigilance too? So I can still make a token? I can still make a token and then a Johnny's Response if I need, if I want to pump this some more? Come on, Akroma's Will! I first picked you for a reason! This is the reason! Oh, they have 2 cards. Ooh. That could be a little dicey. Let's exile something, I guess. Because that pumps the Spirit Mascot. Six, 12. None of my creatures are artifacts or enchantments, right? Wilt in the Heat. Okay. Six. This is still lethal. Unless they top decked another removal spell here. Okay, 10. Yeah! Akroma's Will for the win. Yes. That is what I'm talking about. All right. We kept a little bit of a sketchy one there, but we eventually found some red mana, and we were able to pick up our second win. All right. Let's keep going. All right. On the play, hey, we have mountains and we have a mountain and a plains? What kind of luxurious life am I living today? But I will take it. I'll lead with Mountain in case I need to Ancestral Anger a 1-drop. Which is unlikely, but, you know. Let's run this one out just like, you know, if they have a removal spell. I'd rather them kill this than Spirit Mascot. Did they have a Burst Lightning? Just back-to-back Burst Lightning gamers? Okay. I don't know, like, why I would need to cast Ancestral Anger here, but, you know, we just have it there. Wild Growth Archaic. Okay. Do I fire off Ancestral Anger? I think the answer is yes. They're probably thinking, what can they have here? It's like, are they bluffing me? Honestly, I probably should have just cast Wilt in the Heat, but you know. I gotta think here. I better kill this thing. I actually just wasn't even I should have just killed it right away. I mean, I wanted to give them the option to like to run into my Ancestral Anger, but Landscape Painter, okay. Let's play Rebel Rouser. Okay. Yeah, I figured they wanted to draw cards. Alright, so I have a couple of cards here to exile. If they have a removal spell, they should really want to kill my Rebel Rouser. Okay, but they're just drawing cards, and I am very happy about that. Oh my gosh. I think Excavator is better here. Like, just to put pressure after they draw cards, and then play the Arc of Hunger afterwards, right? Gotta do it first, so that I can attack. Okay. Oh, this is a sorcery? I've never played with this card. Oh my gosh, that attack was terrible. Okay. Well, you know, you learn something new every day. That was a good turn for them. Group project, that's a good one. Alright. I'm in for that. Really big board, Arc of Hunger going, Rubble Rouser, Biblioplex. Lots of angles of attack. They can just play something... Okay, Embrace the Paradox is... one I do not care about. I mean, there's a lot of damage coming in next turn. I just have to, like, plan accordingly. Looks like they have, like, Run Behind or something. So this now they have to chump the Great Hall. Instead, if I targeted a 2/2, they would have just traded with that one. So now they're at 3. I have this entire board and Arc of Hunger going. Like, this seems like a lot to beat. Missed on the Paradox Surveyor. Fractal Mascot. Tap down Rubble Rouser, probably. I mean, they're just dead. But you know what? Let's have some fun. Yeah. All right. Turns out, look, the game plan for this deck is very simple. Play a bunch of random stuff until you get to Arc of Hunger or the Akroma's thing, and then just Akroma's Will, and try to win every game that way. That is the game plan. We've won a couple of games that way. Alrighty, on the play here, once again, we got Mountains and Plains. Yes, we have a bunch of filler cantrips. But, you know, we are still trying to make do with what we have. It helps us find our bombs. Spirit Mascot off the top. Ooh, that works too. Living History, also great. Blue-green. This is a really interesting spot because if people leave mana up with leave blue and green mana up, I am more inclined to believe that they probably have Essence Scatter. And if that's the case, then I would rather just play something else. So I'm going to go Seize the Spoils here. Discard Mountain. Okay, found some lands. Instead, they had a Cuboid Colony. Okay. Vanishing Betrayal. Okay. This is all fine. Alright, well now we get to resolve the Rubble Rouser. Can pitch this mountain. Play Living History. Six cards in hand for the opponent. We have a really, really nice setup here. Okay, so we're going to be able to get in for a lot. So this cuboid... Oh, wait. Wait. So let's exile this. Wilt this. Kill you. That was a good turn. Oh, this untapped. I was like, what the hell happened? When this enters, during it, if a card left... Okay, so I don't get to double trigger it. So I'm just going to attack. Bam. That was an amazing turn. My opponent's at 10 life. They had a cuboid colony and a Berta in play. They're probably thinking, what the hell happened? You know what I mean? Well, that... I mean, I'm at 27 cards, so it's not too bad. Alright, how do I want to do this? Let's lock you down. Nobody expects the second... Nobody expects the second Rapier Wit. Seven damage coming in. Wow. They took it all. Okay, how are they going to beat this? Bounce my 4-2? Sure. Good job, you milled me for 3. Tidecaller dies. And so now they still have to deal with Great Hall of the Biblioplex, and like they have to just kill Rubble Rouser. I mean, they're at 1 life. Wow! Okay. So Landscape Painter has to chump block. I have Elite Interceptor I can play. No, I don't want to do that. So they block. Let's just play 2 creatures. Even if they kill something and gain 2 life, they still die. They put up a good fight. I mean, they have a lot of good cards in there, but we had a good aggressive start. Actually, their deck was amazing, right? They had the Cuboid Colony and the Berta. Like, we just drew the perfect removal spell there to get it done there. Yeah, no, their deck was actually amazing. But, you know, like... and somehow, by the way, my Rapier Wit actually was just good. Alright. Well, we take it all. We take it all. 4-1. You gotta play the cards. Even if they're bad, you try to play them well. Alrighty. Once again, I have red and white colors of mana. Never gonna throw that away. I feel like when you look at the creatures that I try to kill my opponent with, you go to like, you know, like those junk common boxes that you sell to vendors for like $10 for like thousands of cards, and you just you pick like 3 or 4 at random, and that's my deck. All right, Strife Scholar and Mage Tower Referee. Show me what you got. They got a trick, because that's a weird attack. Inkling Mascot, okay. I mean, I have the Molten Notes, and I want to fire them off, but kind of want to build out my board as well. Of course, if they kill this, then, you know. Unfortunate. Like, what can they have? The First Strike spell, Masterful Flourish? I don't know. I'll just take it, I guess. Like, when somebody just openly attacks like that, like, you know they got something. Elite Interceptor. Like, they could have just tapped my thing, right? So they very clearly have a trick of some kind. Really good start, by the way. Really good start. Lock down the Mascot for a little bit. I think they're going to want to kill my Strife Scholar here if possible. Okay. Or use Elite Interceptor, also fine. 6 mana? Okay. I would like to find something, some action card here. I mean, they've played 3 1-drops and a 2-drop. This is literally the like, this is everything you want in a Silver Quill deck. Ooh, they attacked me though? That's a bold attack. That is a lame draw. If they block, they have Dissection Practice. Oh, Masterful Flourish. Yeah, I guess that can also be a card. Yep. Well, these, let's just say our hand didn't really develop the way that I would have liked. Oh well. So what can we draw here? Because they have, obviously, way more action than we do. Arc. Arc is obviously great. Or like Rubble Rouser into another spell. Seize the Spoils into more action would also be nice. I'm really curious what the average mana value of their deck is. This is sick. I want to draft a good Silver Quill aggro deck, but I don't know. I just never find myself in that spot somehow. I don't know why. Jeez. Okay, well this was their worst card that they played. Let's play Rubble Rouser. They have a tricky decision to make here. I just wanted to like maximize damage. Give myself outs to like Akroma's Will if I top deck that somehow. And they take this. But blocking is like a pretty big cost here. Because obviously they have a 3/3 flyer and I'm at 7. 4 cards in hand for the opponent though. Oh my gosh, this is literally like a week 1 Silver Quill beatdown deck. That's a 3rd Elite Interceptor. Super impressive. Tapping down my Rubble Rouser. Killian's Confidence. Jeez. Just a beautiful deck. This is a beautiful deck. I'm so jealous. Okay. I'm at 3 life. I suppose I could have attacked with Spirit Mascot first. But man, if they just like randomly double block, it's so bad. No, I should have attacked. Yeah. Yeah, because it gets untapped. And then if they like what can they even do, right? They're just like, yeah, that was horrible. Yeah. No. I missed out on 2 points of damage. Yeah, this is rough. So they should be at 7 and then 6. I guess that's still not enough to kill them with Wander Off. Wait, they have 2 Killian's Confidences? Obviously attack with everything. Alright, I don't know what I can draw here, but I'm going to go down to 1 life. So, I mean, if it's not like Arc of Hunger, I don't know that I can come back from this. And they probably just have like another removal spell here too. Yeah, I need to play Seize the Hunger. Or Seize the Spoils. And that is not enough. I mean, yeah. This was a textbook Silver Quill beatdown deck. And we almost drew out of it. We did. But yeah, their deck was just much better than ours. And I made that one mistake at the end, which I'm a little bit sad about. I think I should have gotten in for 2 more points of damage. Alright, opponent on the play. Totally fine hand here. 2-drop and a bunch of removal. And we drew Akroma's Will. So if we can find a bunch of creatures, that would be nice. A blue-red deck here, nothing. I can play Group Project and not be worried about Essence Scatter. But they can have Banishing Betrayal or Vibrant Outburst, sure. You know their hand, by the way, you know their hand is loaded if they just go turn 2 Vibrant Outburst. Yeah, and they went turn 3 Betrove. Whew, okay. Well, we got a bit of a fight here. We have lots of interactions. Seize the Spoils, discarding Rapier Wit. In Arcane Mind Roots? Okay, that's just gross. What are you doing? Here and... I don't know, just Mind Roots on the splash seems a little bit suspect. Like you're a base blue-red deck, almost certainly, right? I guess if you're a base blue-green deck, you can play it. So maybe there's that. But I mean, we're still like super duper behind. So they have a tremendous mana advantage. Splatter technique, yeah. So they're a blue-red base. Like, just don't play the Mind Roots. You can make the same argument for me. Don't play Ancestral Anger and Rapier Wit. And if you did say that, that is fair. That is totally fair. Man, we are running into some heavy hitters here. Splatter Technique, Jadzi. Okay. Yeah, one of the issues with the Lorehold decks, especially like a suboptimal one like the one that I'm playing, is they're going to have a counterspell here too for sure, is just like, you never beat like the top 10 percentile of draws from these decks. But like when they have a bunch of tap lands and they're slow and you curve out, you can beat them. But a good draw with cheap interaction into Potioner's Trove, like we're just not going to beat. So it is what it is. All right, well, a quicker run today, but I wanted to showcase something a little bit different this time around. And this is what we ended up with, which, you know, we were able to get some wins here off the back of our rares, right? Which obviously they're both very, very good. But we had a little too much filler here to really like, you know, I mean, maybe not too much, but like if I just replace like these 4 cards with just better things to play on the curve, even Seize the Spoils is not what you want to be doing in this particular deck. You know, like a Pursue the Past, maybe another Rubble Rouser and another 2-drop, something like that. I think we would have been fine, but we had a fine curve. We just lost to an incredible 5-color deck there. We lost to a really good Silver Quill deck. And what was the other loss? Did we keep a 2-lander? I don't know. The losses come and go, but it's the journey that matters. Whatever. Anyways, you know what? Since this ended quickly, let's do a quick draft review. All right, let's just assume that I still first picked the Akroma's Will here and not the Applied Geometry, and we move on. Arc of Hunger, super simple. This is on my other monitor, so I'm not going to be looking at the screen here. Rubble Rouser, I mean, first 3 picks are pretty automatic. Into the red-white land still makes a ton of sense based off of where we're at, but should keep an eye out for like the Archaics and all that stuff. I'm just wondering at what point I should have maybe considered a pivot into the black-white deck. Great Hall of the Biblioplex, very nice flexible pick here. Certainly not going to take Elemental Mascot. And then this was, I think, a decent inflection point here, right? Where I could have taken Mana Sculpt and shift over into a more control-oriented deck, or I take the Living History and stay the course with the Arc of Hunger. And, you know, I just feel like if it's somewhat close, you don't want to give up on the fact that this is an extremely powerful mythic card that I want to play with, okay? But admittedly, Mana Sculpt is a better card, I think. So I think so let's say maybe this was that first pivot point where I could have taken a Mana Sculpt, okay? Into the Prismari Charm, 7th pick. Into Homesickness, sure. And then at this point, we're just taking the best card out of each pack. I mean, here I took a Strife Scholar, which actually ultimately ended up in our deck, but I could have taken a Teacher's Pest. But you can't pivot into Witherbloom after like not having a single green or black card after like the first 8 or 9 picks. It's just too tough. So at this point, like even if we see Witherbloom cards, we can't go into Witherbloom. And that was kind of my thought process for Silver Quill as well. If you look at my packs, all I have is an Akroma's Will that I could slot into a Silver Quill deck. So I think the only reasonable pivot point, 9 picks in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks in, was just going over to Prismari, which I did think that was a possibility, right? Moving on the pack 1 pick then. So as a result, I took Wander off. I could also take Diary of Dreams if I wanted to lean into like a bunch of spells. But I mean, at the time, I only had the Prismari Charm. So I took Wander off in case I wanted to go like soup and have a removal available. Also noting though, I did take Wander off specifically, which is a black card. So perhaps that would open the door to go black-white. Then here we took a Procrastinate over an Adventurous Eater. I took Procrastinate just because if you are lacking removal, like it's playable, it's not great, but it usually doesn't make my deck. So given that, maybe I take the Adventurous Eater, because then I have Adventurous Eater, Wander Off, and Akroma's Will as a potential Silver Quill pivot. And then we got Send in the Pest, so that's 4 cards. I mean, Witherbloom's very open, and we're wheeling everything. So maybe there is a world where we can go Witherbloom had I taken the Adventurous Eater. Nothing in this pack. All right, and then we move on. So we would have gotten some late black cards. So then at that point, I could be thinking, do I want to go black-white, blue-red, or red-white? I didn't have a single green card, right? And I went with the Garrison Excavator. Works really well with Arc of Hunger. It did win us a game. Works really well with Rubble Rouser. Other considerations would be Feed the Swarm, if I wanted to keep taking black removal. If I wanted to go black-white specifically, though, and given my lack of creatures, I might have actually just taken a Melancholic Poet, right? And just like lean into just like black-white. That could have been another consideration. But Excavator had a lot of upside at the time. All right, moving on here. So now that after I take the excavator, I went with the highest upside pick here. Oh no, I didn't. I just completely forgot about the postmortem professor. But the thing is, I didn't take the I didn't have those other. I did have these 2 cards, but had I maybe taken the adventurous eater, this could have been that point, right? So let's say in this previous pack, just let's have some fun. I don't think I would have taken Killian's Confidence. I think I would have taken Melancholic Poet because I need a 2-mana creature. Then I take Postmortem Professor. Then are we cooking? Then we take Killian's Confidence, okay? Let's just say we commit fully to black-white. Then we take Conciliator's Duelist. Then we take Silverquill Charm. Then we take Cost of Brilliance or Melancholic Poet. Wander off. Imperious Ink Mage or Cost of Brilliance, depending on my creature situation. Melancholic Poet tables along with Killian's Confidence. Inkshape Demonstrator tables and Render Speechless. This Killian's Confidence tables. Lecturing Scornmate. Okay. Okay. And this is why you do these. This was a tricky spot to pivot into. I started out red-white into blue-red, but man. So if that was the case, and I don't think I had good enough, I did have good mana fixing, you can still make the case that I can splash red for Molten Note, right? Like I can still do that, or I can take Group Project. I don't think I want to splash Arcane Omens. And then we just start taking black and white cards. Elite Interceptors, Premium in black-white. Here we take, I don't know, Adventurous Eater, I suppose. Or one of the 4 drops. Too many Killian's Confidences to count. Stand Up for Yourself and Render Speechless as an option here. Into Scolding Administrator. Into another Silverquill Charm. Into Group Project. Yeah. All right. Okay. So there is a window. There is a world. There is a world where I should have been black-white. In fact, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but it was just tough because, number one, I had the Arc of Hunger. One of the best rares in the set. Then I took the Garrison Excavator. So, like, when it was close, I decided to just take the Molten Note, which is not even that much worse than a Postmortem Professor, right? And then once I go down that rabbit hole, and I have 2 Molten Notes, an Arc of Hunger, and a Garrison Excavator, it is simply too hard for my little brain to process that black-white is where I need to be and just completely move off of this. Now, what I could have also looked at is maybe, I don't know if there were a bunch of lands available, but if there were enough lands in mana fixing, maybe I could have just like go full Mardu. I mean, given that I have the Arc of Hunger, that's probably what I should have looked to do anyways. So, you know, maybe there were some lands that I could have taken here in the draft, but I actually, here, let me post this. I'm actually not seeing a single Mardu land here. Do you see a Mardu land? Pack 2 had no Mardu lands. Oh, I mean, this one, but that one didn't table. Yeah, okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, this is why we do the reviews. I think had I had a black-white deck, it would have been like a 7 out of 10 rock-solid black-white deck. And instead, we ended up with a 4 or, 4. No, I'm going to still say 5 out of 10 red-white deck. Just because of my 2 rares. Akroma's Will and Arc of Hunger, right? So, all right. Well, I wanted to try something different. We've been drafting a lot of soup. So anytime I open, like the only way I usually end up in these more aggressive decks is I open a rare that pushes me towards being aggressive. And we started out with Akroma's Will and Arc of Hunger, right? And so I wanted to showcase this because, you know, I'm certainly just comfortable drafting soup. I do really well with the soup decks. You see it all the time. You're probably going to see it tomorrow. But I wanted to showcase something slightly different. And I felt like by taking the Akroma's Will, we were put into a seat where we could have at least tried to put a decent red-white deck together. So here we are. Sadly, we have not gotten a trophy with a red-white deck or a black-white deck in a while. So hopefully we can do that at some point in the future. And also today I learned this thing is a sorcery. I thought this was an instant. Man, Man, we had fillers. All right. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Magic the Gathering sealed product or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you're in the market for deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, you name it, they got it. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.